Yeah, I don't know. I started moving better. I was moving really badly first couple of sets, and that meant I was making a lot of mistakes I don't normally make. My legs were not getting me around the court like they normally do, and I was out of position for a lot of balls. And then once I sort of really just forced myself to get to as many balls as possible, kind of hustled a few points and got the break in the third set. I kind of started playing better, was moving better, and that's a really big part of my game. So I think it was down to that.
What do you put it down to, that slow start?
It happens sometimes. It just happens. You don't want it to, and I'll make sure in the next match I try and really sort of get myself going like right at the beginning, get the emotions into it, because at the end I started moving better when I was getting more fired up and not just getting sort of frustrated that I wasn't moving well. I really forced myself to move, and yeah, that's all you can do. But you have days like that sometimes.
Was his injury a turning point as well, do you think?
No.
He seemed almost bemused at the end of the end of the match. The way it was going one way and then the other.
I seem.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, with the net cord laughing, it's quite unusual.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing was that I just said to Jonathan that was when I felt my chemist in the fifth set. Even when he started coming back, I didn't feel like, I was panicking. I wasn't getting frustrated. I just stayed focused and managed to turn it round. But yeah, it's just one of those matches where anything could have happened at the end, and I just stayed a little bit tougher than him and got the win.
Do you take confidence from knowing that you've come back from two sets down a few times before?
Well, it does help to know, like, physically you can get through the match. That's really the main thing. You always feel like you can sort of turn the match around. In terms of the tennis, because my standard of tennis was pretty bad, I think, for the most part, especially for the first sort of 2.5 sets, and then I started to play better. So you've got to try and find a way of playing better tennis and just changing a few things, and I managed to get through in the end. But yeah, having physically come back from 2 sets of love down definitely helps.
What was going through your mind during those first 2 sets?
Well, there's a lot of things go through your mind. You're kind of on the court for like an hour and 45 minutes, so many different things go through your head. You try to stay in the present, but it's also difficult. If you're getting frustrated, you're not hitting the ball well, you're not moving well, and yeah, you just have to try and find a way of turning it around, and I did that.
Do you maybe feel a particular pressure here because of what's happened the last 2 years?
I don't know. I mean, it happens sometimes. The guy I played, he's a very tough player. He's a very streaky, talented player. Novak last year, in the first round, nearly went out to, a similar sort of player to Haase, and it does happen. The guy's nearly beaten Rafa at Wimbledon. He plays well, so yeah. I mean, whether there's extra pressure on me here or not, I don't know, but I'm just happy I managed to win.
And how relieved do you feel? You seemed really relieved moments after the match.
Well, you are. Well, it was an unbelievable ending to the match, and of course you're relieved to get through a long one like that, especially when you're behind. So I don't know how relieved I am, but I'm just glad I'm in the next round and get a chance to improve and play better and give myself a chance.
Andy, the lights came on about halfway through the final set, and the sun was very low in the sky. That's about the time that Haase's your 13 games streak came to an end. Do you notice a change in conditions like that, and did it affect you at all?
No, I mean, normally it helps, if anything, when the sun goes away, because there's nothing sort of getting in the way of your vision at all. Sometimes when the sun kind of goes down behind a stadium, there's kind of shadows in the court, and the sun's kind of right in the corner of your eye. It can be quite difficult to see, so it's normally a good thing when the sun goes away. But it slows it when the sun's gone and it's cooler. The court plays slower, so whether it changed things or not, I don't know. well, I'm going to need to play better, or on Sunday I'll be going home, because I can't sort of you can't come through like 4 or 5 matches like that to I'm going to need to play better for sure, and physically I'm good. I feel fine. No pain or aches or anything. So that's a huge positive, and I'm sure on Sunday I'll play better.
And Lopez, obviously somebody you've played a few times before, got a good record against.
Yeah, I like playing against him. I've always enjoyed playing lefties, and yeah, I've had a good record against him in the past. So hopefully that'll help me out.
Any other questions?
Are you going to celebrate tonight?
Definitely not. No, I'm gonna go back to the hotel, jump in the ice bath, and go to bed and think about how I'm gonna get better for Sunday.
Do you find the New York crowd really makes a difference to you? They really seem to lift you at the end and support you.
Yeah, they love emotion, and they love sort of a bit of drama, and also kind of long points, and someone fighting their way back. And I've always enjoyed playing here, so I need to try and make sure I get my sort of my emotions right in the next match. Make sure I get the crowd involved a bit, show some fist pumps and come-ons, and that was what I always did when I was a kid, and that was when I felt like I always moved my best, when I enjoyed playing tennis the most, and I enjoyed the end of the match, and I think that showed.